9 News Now, 9:15-ish every morning during the weekday. Here again in the big studio because we got our friends over there in our normal studio we do this from.
That's it. So we're doing like a makeshift 9 News Now to make sure you get everything you need to know. And it's a little bit of an abbreviated version because we know you're busy. We know you've got a lot going on. So we want to make sure you know the resources available to you. And right now we're learning that the state actually has a hurricane recovery landing page where you can actually find out about the Blue Tarp program.
Huge.
If your roof has sustained damage, what the governor is going to be working with FEMA. The president is coming tomorrow.
Sure is. But
what is it? This aerial tours for the governor continues today.
Yeah, he's going to be St. Bernard, St. Tammany, Plaquemines Parish, that kind of thing. He was in Orleans and Jefferson for a couple days. And look, you know this very well. You could spend a month down there in those parishes and not see all the damage. But taking, again, a bit of a tour, a visit of more of our devastation down here. Set to speak after that right around 5:15, is that right?
From Tangipahoa.
Yeah, and so look, obviously that can flux a little bit, and has in the past 5:15 to put it right in the middle of the 5 o'clock newscast. You'll be able to stream it, live, but again, it is happening in the middle of the 5 o'clock newscast, so we'll update you. But big conversations to come, and then, getting ready for a presidential visit. Say what you want about your presidential politics, about your federal politics. Having a president of the United States, regardless of whoever it is, regardless of party affiliation, come down and take a look, eyes on. That can generate a lot of federal response that you're not already getting.
Yes.
That is the hope we will see.
So we'll keep you posted on that visit as well. But again, 5:15 today, right here, the governor will talk about what he's seen in some of the other South Louisiana parishes.
You talked about resources like that landing page, that kind of thing. And there are a lot of resources beginning to come in, and a lot of parishes setting up help where people can go to get one-stop shop things like tarps, ice, MREs. And it's happening in multiple places.
We have a parish-by-parish breakdown of where you can find food, ice, MREs. The Louisiana National Guard partnering with the state along with Salvation Army to provide some of these resources. But the catch here is that they are set within certain times and there's certain locations, and most of them are drive-through style. But if you want to check it out by your parish, or maybe let's say your parents live in a different parish and you want to send the information to them, everything you need to know is waiting for you in the 9 News app.
Also, you can find there recharging stations, charging stations for like in East Baton Rouge Parish. They're doing a lot of them at libraries.
Yes, libraries and community centers. So the mayor is partnering with Metro Council members to figure out, well, what's the best way we can get people to charge their devices. And remember, there's also cooling centers. The two big shelters that were opened up, the F.G. Clark Activity Center, the Mini Dome, and the Raising Cane's River Center. Look, we know it's hot. We know y'all are working out there. We know family members who are not able to go outside, and take a break. You need to be cooled. So these places are still open. And again, all of these resources, all of that is in a story for you, so you can find the addresses if you need to take an Uber or Lyft or wherever you need to go to get to safety.
Again, because all the recharging and all the lack of AC, it all has to do obviously with the power issues. And you can look at the maps that we have, and we understand that sometimes the maps, the power outage maps don't exactly reflect the reality out there. But we feel safe in saying that there's still about down here 900 or so thousand customers in Louisiana without power, as everybody works on it, from Demco to Entergy to Clico. It's a long process, but it looks like these power companies are getting to a point where assessments are about to be wrapped up and reconnecting can begin. And
that's why we're seeing those numbers go down of outages. But the Entergy has actually told our company here that they expect to have Baton Rouge, all of Baton Rouge, up and running by next Wednesday, September 8th. That is their goal. So as you go throughout this weekend, you might be thinking, well, when is my car coming back on? Just go ahead and shoot for that date. It may come on before, it may come on after. September 8th is the day that they say that all of Baton Rouge is going to be up.
And when you look at EBR right now, and if you're just if you go to something like poweroutage.us, all of EBR right now, it's about 93,000 customers out. Into Livingston, it's about 60-something. Ascension's 45-something. Up into Tangi, 45. St. Tammany is like 90. But then you get down into Jefferson, or Orleans at 170. Jefferson at better than 200,000. A lot of work to do. But in our area, still a lot of Baton Rouge Metro is better than, about 200, 210, 220,000 itself. I mean, but we were talking about it today, Liz. A lot of these crews, 16-hour shifts, sleeping in their trucks, nowhere to stay themselves, no way to get a lot of meals themselves. It is harrowing work, and they are trying to get after it.
And remember, people have been called in from other states to help out with this. So we are getting calls, a lot of calls, about people who are saying, when is my power getting turned back on? I've been in a number of days, X amount of hours without power. We know, trust me, we know, we hear you, and when we wish that we could turn a switch on for you, but these linemen have a process to follow. And so if you see them out, if you see trucks that are idle, or maybe people standing around the trucks, it's not like they're not doing work. They're making those assessments, making sure they're documenting what is going on so they can keep track of the power outages and power restorations. So please be patient. Please treat people kindly as they continue to work in these hot conditions, because again, we're under a heat advisory. We have been for a couple of days now. So the work they're doing is not only grueling, but the conditions that they're operating in are not that favorable.
And something they're going to run into today, actually, potential for a few storms here or there. Some of them could, localized, could be actually kind of a little bit nasty for a minute. Steve was talking about that this morning. So it's that nasty heat, and then the potential for those storms. He talked about it, the north to south storms that kind of push through from north to south, right around 4 or 5 o'clock, that kind of time frame. That kind of storm has the potential to be a little bit more nasty than the ones we're used to, west to east kind of thing. So that's what they're going to be dealing with as they try to reconnect all of us.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot.
It is, but we're getting through this together. We're trying to find as much information we can. And again, the 9 News app, it is a free resource, and if you don't have power, it's right there on your phone. So very handy to look things up for you. But there's going to be a lot of changes as we kind of update and figure out what's going on with the state's response, what's going on with each parish's response, but a lot of things you really need to look out for. So we're making sure all of that information is staying up to date for you.
Quite literally, those running lists that we'll keep updating for you. In it together. I tell you what, stay safe until we see you next time. 9 News app, WAFB.com, updated constantly. About noon today, I guess.
That's it. Join Scotty Hunter right here in studio for the next update on WAFB. Have a good day.